Alrighty. We're going to try Terraformental, suggested in the Discord by chat over from uh, continue, well, new game. Oh. You waken in a cryosleep pod. A deep chill seeps through your body, and your mind seems wrapped in a dense fog which obscures your memories. Something tells you it should have opened when you woke up, but a lever labeled emergency open tempts you relentlessly. Base 5 seconds, remaining 5 seconds. I don't know what either of these buttons mean. Oh, okay. I get the feeling this might need to be over here. Relatively warm but stale air rushes into the pod as the door lurches open, carrying with it a variety of unpleasant smells. You find yourself in a small room with few furnishings, only one door. Like, add it to the queue. Personal resources, vital. If both personal and area amount reaches 0, then you will immediately die. The facility seems to be a small terraforming station codenamed Talos, but it's in very poor condition. Most of the systems are offline or unresponsive, and the door to the ground floor is locked. There are several other cryopods like the one you were in, but seeing a few sealed bottles of water makes you suddenly realize how thirsty you are. You might need a couple of bottles for the road. Uh, I didn't want to drink it, I just wanted to take it. Okay. Turns out you have a handy Turns out you have a handy nano storage device which can store a limited number of each object in existence, so long as it's not too big. Not that it matters just yet, as you were thirsty enough to guzzle that bottle straight down. Question is, what should you prioritize priority be? Um Expect this. Oh gosh. Alright. And generator. Cool. The water cycler is mostly functional, but the main pump is broken. You need to find or build a replacement before you can clean any more water. Luckily, there's a small amount of clean water left in the tanks, which you should be able to siphon out manually. Oh, 8 seconds. Was that about 10 seconds? Okay, well, I didn't want to drink it straight away. I thought I was just getting it. Okay, that's fine. All right. 15 seconds, which means I'm going to need to drink water. Wow, I apparently am an incredibly thirsty person. The immense fission reactor required vents. Based on your inspection of the life support systems, you have a pretty good idea when the carbon filters will fail. After that, you'll need to find air supply. Triggers in 52 seconds. Okay. Let's read through the events. The immense fission reactor required to power a terraforming station like this is actually deep underground, but the diagnostic and control terminals feed you all the information you need. The logs show that several weeks ago, someone ordered the repair drone to disable the generator by removing several key components. It'll take a while, but you can easily reverse the process. You start to feel the creeping pangs of hunger in your belly. It's not serious yet, but you might want to look into getting some food. While the heating system is near perfect condition, the carbon filters look like they're at their last legs. You can't think of a way to repair them, but can't wait. You can't think of a way to repair them and can't find any spares. So once they fail, um, you'll only have the air in the facility. 40 seconds. Thank you, Jesse, for the hydrate. I don't think there's anywhere on this screen where I can put you and me without covering something kind of important to the game. So, do I make the game a bit smaller? Moment. We do that. Just shift everything just that little bit. That's all right. I could just do this. And yeah, there's a little bit of black space, but I'd rather you be able to see everything because this game is timer event thing and all right. Crap. All right, that's a bit of a shit one. Can I pause it? No. Okay. I presume I don't die. The air starts smelling increasingly foul. There's plenty of time before it becomes hazardous, but you have no doubt that the carbon filters have failed completely. You should keep an eye out for new air supply. Okay. A deep thrumming rumbles its way through the facility as the main generator starts back up. Hopefully, most of the systems will come back online with it. Lift lockdown. Rather than restoring main power, you could try just force the door open. Then again, it does look pretty solid. And I don't know what outside looks like. You said I'm terraforming a planet. That doesn't mean I have terraformed it and that I can drink. Outside is space, yeah. It's a planet. I don't know. Oh, does it just start drinking them if I get to a certain point? Okay, I've got it. All right. I think we do this one where there is not even a hot tub out there. Exactly. I think it would make more sense to lift the lockdown because then maybe I can get some information. Despite every component showing significant signs of where the food synthesizer it still seems to be operable. It takes it'll take a bit of time to construct the food for you, but once you queue it up, you can get other tasks done while it runs. And since you're already restored the main generator, you're free to synthesize as much food as you want until it breaks down completely. Okay. Okay, if that's the case, it starts doing that, and then let's do this. Make canned food. That's true. Basic food. So did I? Oh no. So I can make it do this while I do this. Bypass the last bit of security lifting the lockdown. The door obligingly slides aside, granting you access to the ground floor of the facility. We're gonna explore the ground floor while we try and synthesize food and get water as well. Um, okay, we're exploring the ground. I feel like you maybe could just okay, it did say ground floor, it didn't say outside, like to the outside. The ground floor is separated into two main areas. The personal section is mostly quarters, common areas, and offices for staff, all currently empty. Though there is a locked administration office which might have some useful data, the rest of the space is dedicated to maintenance, including a workshop, a vehicle bay. Might be worth a look. Right now I need to find um filters or something for air. Um, the workshop is pretty basic, and most of its contents seem to be there awaiting repair. However, there is a mostly empty cargo pallet of water pouches, a large pile of metal sheets, which you might be able to find a use for, as well as one functional power coupler. You can only assume someone had just finished repairing it when the evacuation sounded. You always find a charging rack full of PDAs used for tracking maintenance requests and schedules. It'd probably be handy for recording any important information you come across. 2 seconds, take that. Let's explore the vehicle bay. How are we doing on synthesizing food? Let's do that because it said I could do that at the same time. God, water's gonna be the biggest issue. Oh, I can take these as well. You snag one of the PDAs from the rack, fasten the straps around your wrist, and quickly enter what little you've learned so far. Judging by the markings on the numerous parking spaces of the vehicle bay, there used to be a dozen rovers here, as well as several VTOL, vertical takeoff landing aircraft. Fortunately, or perhaps by someone's design, there's one rover left, tucked into the far corner of the bay. Um, uh, Back the rover. A quick walk through the rover, checking the lockers and other storage reveals very little. The one thing you did find is definitely going to be helpful, though, an emergency survival suit. It won't protect you from much, but it'll offer a sealed environment for you to breathe in so long as you can keep your air tanks topped up, and rovers usually have a recycler to refill them. You just hope that it's still working. The suit also has a small water reserve that you can easily drink from. It even looks like the reserve has been left full of water. You probably shouldn't be surprised that half the rover systems are non-functional. The air recycler is working, so if you grab the emergency suit, you'll be able to refill its O2 tanks. But if you want to go anywhere, you'll need to cannibalize 4 power couplers from the facility systems and find enough scrap metal to patch the holes in the hull, which we have just found. The food synthesizer is missing several key components, and the water recycler is a little more than a twisted shell of metal. It looks like someone tried to cut it out of the hull, destroying it instead. Wait, didn't it just say? Oh no, the air recycler. Hopefully you'll be able to gather enough supplies to make a decent length journey. Other items. Okay, so now we get some things. Um, we need to get the the um the main thing we want to get up and running is the air recycler on the suit. So, what do I need for what is this? But since most of it's already failed, there's not much reason not to take it. Since it's no, I don't want to take that. Water recycler coupler. Don't really want to take that. Oh, I guess I could. That one says that's fine. Take this one. That one's fine. Um, 3, 4, 5. Um, we want to take this. Um, we want to do this stuff as well. Plus 15 sheets of metal. Shit. Okay. This is going to be an interesting thing of like taking the right kinds of things. Okay. The vegetative reserve will allow you to breathe from air tanks, and the built-in water reserve will allow you to store more water. That's fine. Just would really like to. How many of these do I have? Where is my inventory of what I currently? Yeah, fine. How many water pouches can I take? Hello, Devil. How are you? Thanks for logging in. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, it's demo day. Your demo is the first one we're touching. Do I have this yet? Do this as well. Like that, this. The first. The ear is bothering me. I have to put my other headphones. Oh, PDA, right. I notes. Map. There's a map? Oh, God. All I can think is shit, there's so much in this game. And this kind of game I don't think is necessarily my forte. And I don't know how well I'll do with it. Um, that. We have to do this still. That one. This is taking forever. Oh, it's 3 minutes. Okay. I see. I see. So we want to move that up there. Move this. Put some stuff in the queue to do something else. Yeah, I haven't quite figured out what things, other than like synthesizing food, don't require me to um Oh, these things are also good. Oh no. Oh no, it's gonna mark them off. You've played this. I'm gonna have to start taking this. Check other. Oh yeah, right. So is this one of these things where like when air gets to 0, you just die? And how much does it charge it up? Fill air tank? I'm so confused. Okay. How do I make air tank fill up? Will it auto fill up? Am I not wearing the suit? That's what I'm concerned about here. Do I have air? How do I know if I have air? Please don't die. I did air. I have air. Oh, okay. Air there. This is different. This air. Oh, right. Got it. Got it. Got it. If I used my eyes, um, what am I doing? Take a protein bar. Bop, bop, bop. Bop, bop. Do you feel mildly overwhelmed? Da, 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 da. Takes 2 seconds to do. All right, let's have a look. You finally managed to crack the password of the administration of it, making sure to save it to your PDA in case you need it for something else later. Their computer isn't locked, but most of the data seems to have been corrupted. Other than the last active file, only a few schematics are still accessible. Inside the desk, you find a stash of protein bars. Amazing. Let's have a look at this. Gotta do that. Keep doing this. That's not what I meant to do. Um, oh, okay, cool. Thank you. I mean, oh, I see why I would want this because we're going to take the coupling for the basic food thingy at some point. Oh, okay. That's very useful. Thank you. They've also shortcut control lets you do like bulk. Metal sheets. I need some more metal sheets. 5 at a time. Okay, cool. That is good. Oh, this. We'll add that. We'll start doing what we can. That that's actually this. Take the time to carefully check each of the cryopods, not wanting anyone else to be abandoned the way that you were. Your heart skips a beat when 2 of them are actually occupied, but quickly seek when you notice the lack of life signs. They were dead before they were frozen. They must have wanted to preserve the bodies, but couldn't bring them when they left. One of them is very old, while the other is fairly young, and there is no obvious wounds or injuries on either of them. That is great to know. Just me all by my lonesome. My inventory, I've got 5 in there, so we need to get that going. A tank. Um, Office power. The Sky service showed an easy to access account, which links the offices to the main generator, but otherwise unused. Well, if I've already got what I need from there, I guess I can take that, right? You're relieved to see the pressure gauge finally spinning upwards as you see the final hole in the hull. The pressure regulator is busted, so you can't rely on it constantly replenishing your oxygen without you micromanaging it. But at least you'll be free to take your helmet off for short periods to eat and drink. You do still need to repair the power system if you tend to go anywhere. Okay, okay, wonderful, wonderful. Think I can do this now as well. The rover hums to life around you as you connect the final power coupler. With the hull repaired too, plus the coordinates from the computer, you're pretty much ready to go. Though you should make sure to stockpile some of those protein bars and some water bottles. The more different types of food and water containers you have, the more your nano storage device can carry all together. The longer you can survive. Okay, but when I leave here, will I ever return? You know? Like, part of me is wondering, like, do I take this food synthesizer coupler or could I technically come back here? But there wouldn't be anything else here for me other than the food, and water will kill me. So maybe not. We might be fine. Basic food. Why are we unable to synthesize? Oh, because we're not doing other things? What's protein bars? Right. Okay, so oh, okay, air tank is. I see the issue. Can't do any of those. Can't do that. Or do it. They would just take the coupler. I don't know, game. That's my whole thing. I don't know if I'm going to come back. I don't know if I'm going to come through here. Fine, we're leaving. Wait, is the synthesizer with me? No, I was going to say, we left. After triple checking the rover systems, you stockpile your stockpile of food and water. You finally leave Talos Station behind. On the onboard GPS guiding you, it's relatively simple to aim for the coordinates for the administration's from the administrator's final log. You sit back and stare out at the slowly passing lifeless landscape, idly wondering what you might find when you reach your target. Pretty cool if we had like, wait, so like on the map, am I moving? Nope. That'll use that air tank, right? No? The first leg of your journey takes you past all the smaller buildings and equipment which support the facility you were in. Small solar farms to supply backup power, drills to release pockets of gas to build up an atmosphere and trap heat, heaters to raise the temperature of the newly formed atmosphere. You seem to understand them all, and yet you know that something about them is wrong. Yeah, I guess we have to sit and just wait to see where this goes. I hope it doesn't break down. My food is getting kind of low, but that's fine. We're on our way there. Head for reflection. It's been a while since you last saw one of the support buildings, and you've had nothing to look at but the landscape, which is good, as otherwise you may have missed seeing a flash of the reflected sun on the horizon. It's a little off your current heading, but nothing else out here you feel it's worth investigating. I don't get a choice. I just have to head for the reflection. What if it's a mirage? If it's a completely flat planet and there's a giant sun, it could be a mirage. And yet that's my only option? Fine. Not like you're giving me anything else. Don't you who knows me, sir? You know. You suggested this game. I just realized. Sorry. Hello. Okay. Sorry. Mayhem. As you draw closer to where you saw the reflection, you're eventually able to make out the shape of another rover. It's in far worse shape than yours was, even before you fixed it up. In fact, it looks almost like it's been sitting derelict for years and has been partially buried by the weather and terrain. The Tarless station emboldened on the hull is barely even visible. Moving around it, though, you're thoroughly confused by what you see. Where the rear of the vehicle is rusted almost to the point of disintegrating in the desert wind, there the wear lessens the farther forward you look, with the front bumper looking almost pristine. I just did inspect it. Why am I spending energy to respect, like, to. Not that I have any other choices. Oh my shit, my water. According to the markings, it's definitely from the same facility as you. There are no bodies inside, so the driver and the passengers were likely rescued long ago. It also seems that they also took a lot of components and tools that you could have used. However, the rear compartment you find sealed contain containment crate, usually used to transport fragile or dangerous materials or equipment. You wonder what might be inside. It might be useful. I am very quickly running out of water. I'm going to die. Unless there's water in here. No, there's artifact. Oh. You release the seals and pull back the lid, a light hiss telling you that it had indeed remained airtight for all this time. Inside rests a strange metallic object, unlike anything you know. Its surface appears to be made of countless tiny cubes, slowly moving and shifting in an unending rhythmic motion, which is almost hypnotic. You wonder what it feels like to touch. Sure, I'm about to die anyway. Unless you're going to give me magical powers, I don't need water. As you touch the artifact, all its movement ceases for a moment, then it suddenly begins collapsing in on itself. The cubes seem to keep pulling inwards, folding together in impossible ways. Without warning, they start moving up your hand instead, pulling you down towards it, passing straight through your suit and sinking into your skin. They seem briefly confused by the PDA on your wrist before enveloping it as well. Moments later, all trace of it is gone, absorbed into your body. You're unsure what to do, but since there seems nothing else for you here, you reluctantly return to your rover and resume your previous course. And I'm hoping that means now I don't need water because I just got terraformed. And I die, right? Dead. You died. You know you're dying. There's no way you could have made it to the coordinates. You just weren't fast enough. Didn't have enough supplies. Maybe if you'd taken a slightly different route to get there faster or found a way to repair more of its systems, but none of it matters now. Rude. Ah, I see what's happening here. You waken in the cryopod. Wait, weren't you dead? The chill seeping through your body and fog wrapped around your mind obscures many of the details, but you definitely remember fragments of what happened. Then you realize that you still have your PDA securely strapped to your wrist. You're certain you didn't have that last time you woke up, and it even seems to have all the information you put on it. Okay, so now you do things faster. It's like there was a game that came out not too long ago, Singularity maybe or something, and it was like this, like you're on a planet and you keep waking up. I'm guessing. All right, every time you do a loop, it gets faster. Um, Runs the pod as carrying it with a variety of unpleasant smell. Everything so far is happening exactly the same, but knowing, or at least suspecting, that the life support system is wearing out and that this will be the freshest air you taste for a while is far from comforting. If there's any doubt in your mind that you were somehow back in the same place, it was dispelled by your brief tour of the facility. Everything is exactly as it was when you woke up the first time, including your immense thirst. When you spot the bottles of water on the table, you should probably remember to come straight here for a drink if you wake up here again. I see. Um, the only problem is that I've got the memory of a fish. So it's like, yeah, I want this. Like this. Okay, all right. I like it. I like it. Um, I gotta admit, when I first opened this game up, my first thought was like, oh shit. I don't think this is gonna be the game for me because generally story-based games, especially ones that are just writing, but I've also never really played them. So, now we do have an ad, so I will be right back as that ad go. I don't remember I don't remember if I needed the. Oop, that's not what I wanted. This. Um, if I needed this. I don't remember what it was for. If I actually needed it. 15 minutes. Five minutes. Seems really long. Oh, but I need this. 40 seconds plus the thing. That's still doing this and doing that. I still think is quicker. Yeah, okay. Hunger. How come? How come I don't have the option to synthesize food? Because I take. Oh, so now I can do these together. That's amazing. Why isn't it just taking it? I said to take those. We know we want to take this. I don't need the coordinates from the office store, and there was nothing else in there. So I think maybe I got a coupling from in there, right? This time, walking to the admin office door at considerable speed. Not once you get settled into the rut of doing things in the order you're used to, you really do lose track of what's on around you. Oh my god, why did you say it like that? That sounds really bad. Oh, right. How come I'm not taking it? It says take and synthesize, but it's only synthesizing. No, all good. Thank you for the look. Stupid. Okay. Don't don't say take and synth if I can't take and synth and this is green. Okay. I don't remember having to go in there for anything. Oh, but I can just type it in because I've already done it. How many couplers do I have? I have 3. I need 4. Um, I need the oh, that's right, the protein bars. We need to fill air tanks. Okay. Modify because I've done it before. Gotti. What? Okay. I can see how you'd get like really quick at doing this. Hmm. I know someone I think would absolutely love this game, Devil. Have you ever played Oregon Trail? Like the web speaky like game like this where you're doing actions? This out of there. Heard of it. Yeah. They're a really big fan of that, and I feel like they would enjoy this as well quite a bit. Um, I've been playing a lot of um I can hear fire alarm. Yeah, I can see that. I do like that you can do something, walk away, do something else, walk away. Like you could kind of, um, it's good having games like this that what are we doing? Taking metal. There a reason I kind of oh yeah, okay. How are we going on? Synthesizing. I'm just kind of interested to see. Okay. How it goes. I did not think I would actually kind of enjoy this. I think it's just because like it's got like all the little timers and you like once, as you say, like once you start to be like, oh yeah, okay. Leave and rover, except I'm going to do this as well. Um, how quick do you check? Okay. Okay. Think we're in like a really good position here. I could even come back. There's even resources still here because we're able to do stuff far faster. Now, yeah, we're even moving faster. And now I imagine now I get the option about whether I do or don't go back to that thing, that reflection. Or do I just not get that option anymore? Or maybe I do. And that, because it's like, do I go back and see if the artifact is still in that box? Or have I taken it? Passing all the small support buildings and equipment again gives you another chance to examine them all. You're increasingly certain that something just isn't right about them, but can't figure out what it is. Maybe it'd be worth taking a closer look at them if you ever get the chance. For now, you have more important targets. Is this gonna be one of those things where when we now see that reflection, if we go to that reflection, there's now two vehicles there and one of them is not that bad? And you realize that like all of the things that you've been like finding that have been like shredded and stuff are actually your previous attempts, and that's why some of them don't look that bad, but some of them don't like have been there for a really long time. Is that what I'm about to discover? Doing way better on. Yeah, okay. Thank you. Thank you for that. Right. So here, yeah, now you get the choice. A while after leaving the last of the support buildings behind, you start keeping your eye out for the next landmark you're expecting, the time-worn rover. Right on cue, you see the flash of reflection on the sun, sun reflection on the horizon. That you know that's there and how far, of course, it is. You could ignore it and continue towards the coordinates. But if you're right about the artifact causing this loop, maybe you should check it out again. Well, I'm just wondering whether the artifact is still there, and not necessarily that it causes the loop, but it can speed up the loop. I'm going to bypass the time-worn rover. I suppose I could always restart, come back, and check it out then. But now I want more information. Oh, okay. No prompt. I've just taken that long to decide that I'm not going there. Okay, and so now we're into steps that don't have any dilation because they are new. Which is pretty cool. Um, yeah. Okay. It's something quickly. What are we at? Okay, we're out of. I was meant to be doing this, wasn't I? I'm an idiot. Kind of. Got a bit sidetracked. Um, what are you up to today, Devil? Are you just chilling, vibing, hanging out with me? Okay. We're almost there. Very low on stuff. At the crest of a steady hill, you finally able to look down into the following valley and the target of the coordinates you've been trying to reach. Another terraforming facility. Despite being the same type as the one you left, this one looks very different. Having been heavily and haphazardly modified, you can barely even make out the name Larian Station on the outer wall. You'll get closer to learn more. Approach the facility. You get shot. Probably still be doing this because I keep forgetting it's a thing. Hey, Devil, can I just test something out with you as well? Actually, I did in a second. Driving cleverly to avoid the numerous hastily built structures around the base of the station, you're able to get a closer look at them. They seem to be exceedingly basic habitats, many of them already showing signs of depressurization, despite only being a few weeks old. None seem to be occupied. Do I know if I can leave the rover? This seems like a dangerous endeavor. I'm getting very low on water. I'm literally about to die. Maybe I'll find water. Inspect drill. Hmm. Oh, by anyone, even in emergencies, one way or another, you'll be able to get inside. I think I'm gonna die before I do that because I spent too long. I made too much. Yeah, I am gonna die. No. No, I guess I learn. Since the controls there aren't responding either, you have to resort to manual controls. Slower and more hard work, but guaranteed to work. A small blast of air rushes out of the facility and the airlock grinds slowly open. Okay, yeah, well, I die in a second. Persistent. Oh, I could have done that in that last 20 seconds of my life. Whoops. You died. If I reach the course, there's the whole terraforming station there. You think you might even be able to work out a faster route now. This is definitely a big step in the right direction. You're certain you can learn more next time. Ran out of water after 11 minutes. Okay, cool. All right. I like it. I dig it. I will definitely probably come and check this one out more. Um, yeah. Okay. A very nice. Oh, save game. Oh, the save slots. Didn't know that. Okay, cool. Oh, and you can like close them and download. All right, all right. Very nice. All right. Did not think I would enjoy Terraformental. Generally, like games like Oregon Trail haven't ever really interested me. Um, and that, but I think I like the visual timers. I think that works for me. That gives me something to be like visually, not just words and choices. It's something I'm actually like managing. So I definitely really like that one. I'll have to see if I think it'll be a good one as well for like just I'm gonna open up and try and get a little bit further in between waiting for people for games and stuff. Like it's a very nice simple one.